Well, Killick & Co are proudly associated with this weekend's game. The Barbarians are taking on Fiji. Killick & Co have been involved with the Barbarians since 2009, but this weekend's encounter looks to be one of the strongest Barbarian side that we've seen since 2009. I'm delighted today to be joined by Jean de Villiers, who is the captain of the Springboks and also will be the captain of this weekend's Barbarians team. Jean, thank you very much indeed for joining us today. I want to start off by really just talking about the sort of Northern Hemisphere tour that you've had. Clearly straight wins throughout. How do you feel it went? What were the plus and negative points to that tour?
Yeah, well, obviously very happy to have won 3 out of 3. You know, that was always the main goal, and we achieved that. So probably not happy with the way we performed in the last game against France, but like I said, the result was more important than the actual way that we played in that game. We managed to win 10 out of our 12 games this year, so finished off the year on quite a high, and unfortunately we just didn't manage to beat New Zealand this year.
Did you miss playing against England? We certainly missed playing against you.
No, I did not miss playing against them. We played them 4 times last year, so that was enough. But we'll see them again next year this time, and England's definitely a team on the up. They're improving every single game, and I'm sure, like I said, next year this time when we play, that they'll be up for it, and it'll be a almighty battle once again.
Well, let's talk about the Barbarians team, because I said at the start, it looks a very strong team, but really all Southern Hemisphere players. Indeed, you will have 8 of the team, of your team, that are part of the 23-man squad. Can you just talk a little bit about the squad and how it's beginning to gel? Yeah,
I think it's a strong squad. You know, like you said, 8 South Africans. I think about 7 New Zealanders. A couple of Argentinians, and then Gavin Williams, who represents Samoa as well in the squad. So it's a good squad. You know, a lot of young guys that I think have proven themselves at Test match level this year. Exciting backline players, and also forwards that can sort of bring the physicality up front. So very excited about this, and a great honour to be captaining this side. You know, the great thing about playing for the Barbarians is it's only by invite. And a lot of players that never get that invite, so I'm happy to have received mine and to play my second game for the Barbers.
Super. In terms of trying to put a team together, clearly most of those players have been playing up until last weekend. You've got a very short period of time to try and put together 2 teams under Steve Hansen. Early in the week, but how's it looking? How easy is it to put that sort of strategy together?
Yeah, well, I think it's important that you know, you sort of get the platform here to get to know the guys off the field as well, and that's just as important as the actual time spent on the field. We've had a training session, and there you can just see the natural ability of all the players, and that actually makes your job a little bit easier, I suppose, as a coach. We've got a little bit of structure to our game, but then again, we want to go out and entertain the crowd on Saturday. A lot of tickets have already been sold for the game, and you know, it's our job to entertain. First of all, get a good result, and secondly, you know, entertain whilst doing that. So, you know, again, we'll spend some time having a couple of drinks later on in the week, and then also good times on the field, and making sure that we get all the things in place.
Talking of Steve Hansen, have you worked with him before? If not, what does he bring to the table that you haven't experienced with some of the best coaches you've worked with?
Yeah, I've never worked with him prior to this. Obviously, played against him and his team a lot in the past, and I think he showed as a coach that he's more than capable of putting good structures in place and coaching a team to be able to get good results and to win. You know, he's only lost one Test match as head coach of New Zealand, which I think is quite a remarkable record over a 2-year period, and you know, he seems to get the best out of his players. So hopefully he can do the same for us this week, and certainly the time that I have spent in his company now this week, I've enjoyed, and hopefully I can learn a lot from him.
Talking about your opposition at the weekend, obviously a very important year for Fiji, the 100th year of rugby. What do you see as the sort of the danger spots with their team that you're particularly aware of?
Yeah, they'll also come out and entertain on Saturday. You know, they've just got natural ability to play rugby, the Fijians, and natural skill, and we'll have to be able to expect anything and everything on Saturday. They're phenomenal athletes, big guys, big quick guys with like I said, good ability. They can step, they can offload, and we'll have to be at our best. Big wingers out wide and very dangerous. So they've got the ability to score tries, and like I said, we need to hold on to the ball and make sure that we do the attacking and not them.
Just in terms of the Barbarians, you say obviously it's an honour to be invited to play for the Barbarians, to captain the Barbarians. Where do you see the Barbarians team fitting in the world that has moved obviously from the amateur to the professional game? Do you think it's able to keep pace with the sort of developments within the game?
I definitely think so. And again, I think it's such a special week when you do get the invite to represent the Barbars. In the professional era, I think that the friendship part of rugby has been lost in a way, in that guys play on Saturdays or on the weekends. You play for 80 minutes, you play it hard, and there's no real time post games to socialise anymore with the opposition. Whereas this gives you the platform to do that, to get to know the guys off the field, and guys that you usually smash every weekend. Now you can sit down and have a drink together and talk about smashing each other. Rather than doing it. So, rugby is very unique in that I feel guys can make the difference from playing hard on the field, and once the final whistle blows, then the guys can come off and be friends again. And hopefully we can make friends this week that'll last the rest of our lives.
In terms of your own year ahead for 2014, clearly after this game, I suspect it's holiday, it's a time for relaxation. But what's going to be the main focus for 2014 and obviously leading into the World Cup for 15?
Yeah, I haven't given that too much thought, to be honest. I'm quite looking forward to getting some time away from rugby after this game, spending some time with the family. And then suddenly when we hit 2014, then Rugby World Cup's only a year and a bit away. So 2014 will be important, I think, for all nations to get a good year, to sort of suss out who's good enough to play in a World Cup and who's not. Identify those players and hopefully build a squad that can win a World Cup in 2015. So pretty crucial, and hopefully we can just stay injury-free.
Well, super. Jean, thank you very much indeed for taking the time out to see us today. I think for Twickenham it's very exciting to see Jean and many of the teams from the Springboks and also from the All Blacks back at Twickenham for this weekend. One of the strongest sides I've seen for many years, and we very much are proud to be associated at Killick & Co with the game and the Barbarians. Thank you very much.
Thank you.